Hello, 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 ladies. Let me know if you can hear me. Got it.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey! I was having some technical difficulties, as per usual, how she goes. But we got it sorted out. I'm just gonna give us a few minutes here as everyone's trickling in so I can admit everyone. I should have seen if there was an option to auto let everyone in. Admit. All right, ladies, I want to hear some wins. Let's hear some wins while everyone gets trickled in. You can either unmute or type it in the chat. Let's hear some wins. Oh, Miss Daisy, are we coming in for some wins? Miss Sheila, let's hear a win. Miss Sheila, she's unmuted.
Sorry, I'm trying to learn how to work this stupid thing. Oh my god. I don't want you to see my face. Stop audio. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Let's hear a win, Miss Sheila.
I woke up this morning,
That is a huge
so
win. I'm
that's a
proud of
plus.
you. That is a plus. If anyone else wants to unmute and share a win with us or pop it in the chat, today is going to be an interactive live. So I want to make sure that we are accessible, that we can type in the chat during the live, and then at the end I'll be opening up for Q&A. Instead of eating a small bag of Skittles, I had 4 pieces. Nice work, Miss Heather. That's a huge win. All right, I'm gonna keep an eye. Even though I spent the day driving, I still got half of my step goal. That's a huge win, Jen. Heck yes. What's everyone's steps at for today? Miss Daisy. All right. I think we are going to get started here in a couple minutes. Miss Daisy, back on up. Miss Grace. Under 2K, it's bad, but going for a long walk tonight. There we go. Maddie, I went to the gym after a busy day of serving. I always skip out. Oh, that's a huge win, Maddie. Amazing. Miss Sheila, I'm only at 7, but at the gym and going to run, so I'll hit my 10K. Nicely done, ladies. Almost 7K. Let's go, Jen. 10K over there, Miss Bailey. Let's go. Girls are crushing it over there. All right. I am going to share my screen with you ladies. Last minute join the challenge, but I'm ready. Heck yes, Miss Bailey. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm going to share. Do you all see my screen? Someone let me know in the chat if you can see my screen. Not yet. Yes. Okay. Okay. Move myself out of the way here. And we're going to start today's presentation. Present. Who's ready for some value? I put a lot of work into today's call, so I'm super excited for everyone that's able to attend live today. You guys are going to get the most value out of today's call, and hopefully everyone else takes advantage and watches the replay because we are dropping some massive changes here today. So today's topic is going to be on your mindset. I think this one's going to be the biggest pillar that I saw out of most of our application forms was us needing to focus in on the mindset aspect of it. So today we are going to be talking about how to shift your identity. This training is meant to be interactive, like I had said earlier. So please try to be present and participate in the live chat. We're going to have a few different cues throughout today's lesson. So also save all of your questions. Oh, we got some people in the waiting room here. Gonna admit them, admit all. Come on in. There we go. I think everyone's in here. All right. So save all your questions for the end. Another one. Let's go. Everyone's coming in. And at the end, we'll be making sure that we have time to answer all of your questions. If you need to type it in the chat, if you want to write it down, make sure that we get all of your questions asked or answered for today. So I'm going to move my face out of the way here. Boop. How many of you can relate with some of these negative self-beliefs? This meeting is being transcribed. Okay. I'm too tired. I don't have the energy. I'm too busy. I'll start when things slow down. I'm too depressed. I lack motivation. Say yep in the chat if this is you or sounds like you or you've said something along these lines. Jen, Heather, user, all of the above. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, for sure. Yep. Don't forget too sore. Yep, that's another one. So, just in case you girls didn't notice, you're not alone. Am I user? Yes, user 8666183. You are user. You might be. It's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. I don't know if you can change your name on Zoom or how to do that, but we know it's you now, Brenda. So as you can see, you're not alone. A lot of us struggle. I've struggled with a lot of these negative self-beliefs as well, and it is really easy to believe this. So today we are going to be rewiring some of that mindset. Okay. Doop. Feel like my face is going to get in the way quite a bit here today. The truth is, life does not slow down. And the people who change their lives and get results show up consistently and relentlessly. I completely understand how overwhelming and stressful things can feel, but if we keep validating this narrative, nothing changes. And I totally feel you. Like, I've been there too. But this isn't just about your fitness goals. This is a lifestyle shift, guys. It requires learning to show up even when life gets busy, even when it's stressful or uncomfortable, because that's exactly what's going to separate those who succeed from everyone else. And when life gets chaotic, the goal is not perfection. I know I've got quite a few messages today with people being a little bit stressed out with the challenge, feeling like it's too overwhelming, that they're not going to be able to do all the things. And that's not what this is about, you guys. Like, this is about thinking 1% better. If you gain one thing from this challenge, whether it's getting your workouts in, whether it's focusing on one of the daily habits, whether it's just showing up to the lives, like, there is no expectation here but you to show up in any way that's possible for you, right? And so take what you can from this, and showing up consistently is what's going to give you results versus focusing on being perfect and then just quitting and throwing in the towel. It's going to get you nowhere, right? So it's staying consistent with the habits that keep you moving forward, whatever that looks like at this stage in your life right now. So whether it's logging your meals, staying consistent with your nutrition, showing up to your workouts, hitting your steps, drinking enough water, etc. It isn't about being perfect. It's about practicing the discipline you'll need to become the best possible version of yourself when life inevitably is going to throw more obstacles your way. We're going to ditch the all or nothing mindset. Something is always better than nothing at all. Who here struggles with the all or nothing mindset? Say me in the chat if this is you. Me, of course. Me, yep, again. Guilty, definitely. For sure. See, we're not alone on this one. I totally sorry, my mic. I totally resonate with that as well. And I catch myself in that loop of all or nothing. And honestly, what makes or breaks the difference between long-term success is being able to meet yourself with where you're at and sometimes lowering the bar. And like on the days where you're like, oh, I just don't have the energy, I don't feel like it, I don't want to, just lower that bar and I'll just tell myself, okay, just 5 minutes. Maybe it's just one set. Maybe just do the warm up. Maybe just add one protein. Like maybe just focus on one fiber. Like anything that's going to bring you 1% better versus trying to focus on everything all at once, getting overwhelmed, and then just quitting. How many of you are sick and tired of your own shit? Seriously. Sick and tired of giving into your own excuses. How many of you deeply desire to meet the best possible version of yourself? Who is here and ready to start making a change today? Whatever that looks like, however small that looks like. Who is ready to make a change? Type in the chat, I'm ready. Me times three. And I know you'll be asking soon. Sarah, me, Mel, yes. Bailey, yep, about to fight myself. Jen, I'm ready, Jen. I'm ready. I'm ready, Sarah. Sheila's ready. Heather's ready. Bailey, I'm ready. Let's go, ladies. I'm loving this energy over here. This is amazing. I love it. I love it. All right. You wouldn't leave your coffee for the entire day and be surprised when you came back home and it was cold, right? So why do you keep expecting anything different with your goals? You're shocked that your body composition is changing and that you're not in the ways that you would like. But you keep spending time, energy, and money on things that are working you in the complete opposite direction of your goals. And I want you to really reflect on that one. Like, what have you currently spent time, energy, or money on that you know is not working you towards the best possible version of yourself? You need to become uncomfortable in order to see the results that you say that you deeply desire. You don't get the body, the confidence, or the lifestyle that you want by staying the same person, you guys. The solution. Who wants to hear the solution? Loving it. I'm loving it. You girls are awesome. Hell yeah, ladies. Hell yeah. All right, let's get into it. You need to build a new identity. I want you to type in the chat, new identity. We're going to dive into this. New identity in the chat, please. We are building a new identity today. Let's go, Bailey. Let's go, Sarah. Let's go, Jen. Let's go, Brenda. Mel, Grace, Jen, Maddie, Heather. Let's go. Ruby, let's go. Loving it, ladies. Let's freaking go. Lisa, heck yes. All right. A little bit about my story. So I used to tell myself when I first started working out that I am an athlete. I had never identified with being an athlete my entire life. I never played competitive sports growing up, but I found that the identity of being an athlete was so admirable. They were the walking definition of self-discipline, and I really looked up to that. So when I started training and I didn't feel like showing up, I was tired, I was too busy, I didn't wanna, XYZ, whatever excuse that you're gonna tell yourself, it's easy to convince yourself out of it. I would tell myself I am an athlete. And at first, I didn't believe it, but I started to show up as one. I started showing up as someone who didn't miss, someone who did it busy, someone who did it tired, someone who did it sick, someone who did it unmotivated, someone who did it anxious, and someone who did it depressed. And one day, years later, I actually became an athlete, quote unquote, and started competing for the first time in my entire life in Olympic weightlifting. And I felt on top of the world, you guys. I cannot tell you how badass that felt, okay? And a few years later, I got the opportunity to join for some really wicked flat water and white water sub races in this community. And now any race I see nearby, I'm signing up for it. And it's just so crazy to think about how much telling yourself something can manifest it for you in the future. I went from being a depressed university student, struggling with both my mental and physical health, hitting rock bottom, to taking back control of my life through health and fitness. And now I'm living my absolute dream life, you guys. If you are ready to start building your dream life, type in the chat, dream life. Let's type in the chat, dream life. Let's go, Jen. Let's go, Brenda. Let's go, Sarah. Let's go, Mel. Let's go, Bailey, Heather, Maddie, Jen, Ruby, Lisa. I love it, you girls. Oh, we got someone unmuted right now. Kelly, let's go. All right, ladies. What would that look like for you? How would you choose to show up in your best life? What boundaries would you need to start to place with yourself and others? I want you to really think about that. What would that version of yourself look like in your best life? I'd be disciplined AF, Bailey. I like that. What's stopping you? Discipline is a choice, right? Once you decide to choose your new identity, your brain will literally start to look for evidence that this is true. Retweet. I'd actually listen to myself and consistent. Yes, yes. This is what we're going to be building today, ladies. We are shifting this mindset. Let me move my face because this little brain is so cute. I wanted to put him in there because he's got little weights. All right. This part of the brain is called the reticular activator system, and it is part of your brain. It's the part of your brain that is designed to focus, learn, and ignore irrelevant stimuli while remaining sensitive to what is important. So it really focuses on what you value, what you think is important, right? And so, have you ever, if my slide will move, there we go. Have you ever noticed that when you buy a new car, all of a sudden you notice them everywhere? That's because our brains are literally programmed that way. And now we're going to use that to start hacking ourselves and our own mindset. So what if, like, hear me out. What if you started to make a decision today to start shifting your identity, to start changing your actions, and to become aligned with the best possible version of yourself? Something one of my coaches was talking about earlier today during our coaching call was learn to love the hard. What a privilege it is to be capable of working hard towards the things that we desire, to embrace discomfort. Because ordinary people get ordinary results, and that is not us. We strive to take advantage of this short opportunity called life, and we give it all we got and push our limits to finally meet the best possible version of ourselves. So, your homework. We got homework. Yep, we got homework, of course. We are going to be choosing our identities today, and we're going to go through a few different examples in the next slide. Writing it somewhere visible so that you can say it out loud every single day for these next 4 days. So that's going to be homework tonight that we are implementing. And if you even see on my mirror here, I don't know if you can see, but it says, I am an athlete. And you can also see here, I included a screenshot of my background on my phone with the same affirmation. And watch your awkward tonality turn into strong confidence and self-belief over time when you start to say your identity out loud. The first time you're going to be like, oh, that was cringe. And then as you say more frequently, you're going to start to believe it and you're going to say it with more confidence and you're going to exude that identity and become the type of person that you want to be. And we're going to go post that in the group. So you're going to write it out somewhere, whether you're putting it as your background, whether you're going to write it on a mirror or on a whiteboard or on a sticky note or whatever. Make sure it is visible for you every single day, that you are saying it out loud every single day. And I want you to go post a picture in the group of your chosen identity and how you commit to showing up going forward. Some examples of identities. So we've got a few that you can play around with this. So it doesn't have to be limited to like, I'm an athlete. Some of the girls in the group from our last call were talking about their own affirmations, and some of them are here today. So one of them was, I am a backpacker, and she's got a really cool backpack trip coming that she wants to like envision for herself and manifest and do one day. So like having that mindset of I am a backpacker, so she starts showing up and training in that identity. And then another one said, I am a gym girly. She didn't identify with going to the gym. She's felt rather anxious being in that environment and never really identified with that type of activity. And now telling herself that I am a gym girly. I am someone who shows up. Some other ones that you can play around with are, I am someone who shows up even on the hard days. If any of these resonate with you too, type it in the chat. I am committed to becoming the strongest, healthiest, most confident version of me. I don't wait for motivation. I am someone who is disciplined. I don't let my mood get in the way of my goals. I may experience depressive seasons, but at my core, I identify as a happy person the majority of the time. I fuel my body because I value my energy. So if any of those resonate with you, type in the chat what identity comes to mind for you. This could even be a person that you look up to as well, guys.
Okay, we'll finish this and I'll get you some soup, okay?
I think maybe Kelly is unmuted.
Okay, well, you don't have to have it.
Yes, it is Kelly. I muted you, Kelly. All right. If I listened to myself, I'd be consistent and disciplined. I'd have less anxiety if I just listened to myself. So true. Anxiety sits in the avoidance, you guys. When we avoid something that makes us anxious, it just increases that anxiety. I'm committed to becoming the strongest, healthiest, most confident version of me. Yes, I love it. I want to be a muscle mommy. Hell yeah, Miss Sheila. I am a calisthenic pro. Yes, Sarah. Miss Lisa, I am a backpacker. Heck yes, Miss Bailey. I'm consistent and disciplined with my health. Maddie, I am a healthy and happy person, even on the bad days. Heck yes, ladies, I love it. Miss Kelly, I am disciplined. Yes, yes, I'm loving these. Ooh, Grace, I am a bodybuilder. Brenda, I am stronger than I tell myself. Ooh, Mel, I have a strong athletic body that I feed and nourish spiritually. Oh, I love this, ladies. Ooh, these are so good. All right, all right. Bonus homework for our overachievers and the ones that want to succeed. Write out 3 to 5 characteristics of how this person or version of you would show up. Write out 3 to 5 characteristics of how this person or version of you would show up. Sarah Slay. Identity is built through repetitive evidence. It's just like going to the gym, you guys. It's just like working a muscle, right? Not through affirmations alone, although they do help. Not just motivation, and definitely not perfection. Simple daily actions towards the version of yourself you want to become. Some of our clients' results, and these are just a few of them because it was just not enough space in that shape. But whoops, too far. If you are struggling with your mindset and you are looking for one-on-one guidance, comment mindset and I will reach out to you to set up a free strategy call today after this live. So just type in the chat mindset and then I will reach out to you directly. Any questions, ladies? I can stop sharing and come back into our group. Where are we? There we go. Maddie mindset, you got it, Maddie. Why is my screen is freezing, you guys? Stick to a routine for exercise to get physically stronger, pushing myself more for tasks I avoid, staying productive when depressed or anxious. I love it. I love it. Brenda, we're already booked in for a call tomorrow, I believe, off the top of my head. I got you, girl. We'll talk all about mindset on tomorrow's call. All right, ladies, any questions? We can either type it in the chat or we can unmute. It can be related to today's topic. It can be related to the program if you're having any troubles accessing anything or completely off brand. Any questions? No questions. Joining the challenge is motivating. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for joining us, Jen. Sarah, thank you for everything. Lucy, oh, I love you. I love you. So before we head off, ladies, all that I ask from you is to go post in the group your biggest takeaway from today's mindset training and go make all the other girls envious that they missed today's live and get them watching the replay so that they can get all the value from today's call. Thank you all so much for taking some time out of your busy lives to join today's call, join our 4-day challenge, and bring the hype for today's live. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you again for tomorrow's live training, same time. Bye-bye.